Dear friends, the case study, this comprises starts with a strategy planning. When you want to file a case, you have to do a lot of study, where it will come, before which bench it will come, whether it will work out. It is not as if you just jump and then file a case. And we must think 360 degrees till the Supreme Court. And you mentally be prepared for any eventuality. Don't bother. But you have to be extremely careful in the language you are using, particularly very sensitive matters. And when you are going to challenge where the respondent is very high, big Union of India or the top bank officials, then you have to be doubly careful and mostly be prepared for a dismissal. But then you say why you should apply file at all against government and all. That is not the basis on which one can think. You are a citizen of India. You are given certain rights and you have duty bound to serve the nation. First, you have to serve yourself, but ultimately, the service you are going to render to the public at large, that will count. As a lawyer, it is the first duty to you. The second duty only about yourself. Please check that. Advocates are not just professionals who make money. It is in the process of exercising their professional duties, they get fees. But most importantly, the advocates are one of the protectors of the Constitution, because these advocates only will become judges. And the judges are the protector of our fundamental rights, the guardian angels of the Constitution. For us, the holy book is Constitution. It's been reiterated repeatedly. So, every public spirited person must come before us, before the courts. Courts are the best places. You may get, you should not think everything you should win and all. But bringing to the notice of the court, the judges are also their divine personalities. Generally, we are saying judges are dismissing cases, this, that. But the judges have a tremendous pressure, because as per the Law Commission report, 50 judges are required per million population. But even today, we don't have even 25 judges per million to adjudicate your matters, our matters. And the judges are under great pressure. You at 60 years, you are sitting for hours together in the same place. It's not a small job, it's very difficult. So it is possible the mistakes comes, they get irritated. You have to take it as a part of the game. That is what I would like to. First duty, don't ever think. If a judge is dismissing, don't accuse him, nothing. They are doing their divine duties. It's something which you did not get what you wanted. You don't know what you want also. So let's go to the next level, next level. There is a 3-tier system is there. But ultimately, as the students of law, young lawyers, your first duty to serve the nation. Even when you see Bhagavad Gita in Mahabharata war, Lord Krishna becomes furious. He takes the weapon to kill Bhishma. Bhishma gets shocked. His arrows all stopped. Then he was surprised. Then Lord Krishna says, I can kill you with a small wheel. I am Parabrahma Swarupam. Don't act funny with us. Then Bhishma will ask him, Lord, your Parabrahma Swarup, Lord Raman, Sriman Narayan. Now, what is that angered you against me? I am thinking that I am doing my dharma. No son will sacrifice in favor of his father, and then stick to it. I gave a vow for the pleasure of my father and to protect the Hastinapur. Then Krishna says, "Is good. Your vow is good. Your duty to your father is very good. But you are a selfish person. All the time you are worried about your vow only. You are thinking about protecting your vow. And therefore you kept quiet. Whatever bad things are happening, atrocious things happen, you kept quiet. If you have really followed dharma, then why there is a war? Therefore, you have to always work towards the sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. We have to work for the good of the nation. In the process, we may be branded. We don't bother. So long as your conscience is good and you are trying for the nation, it's a great service. The law gives you that power. Use it humbly. That is the premise with which I have been doing it. Great people like Prashant Bhushan and Wire News Media. It is important even for you. It's not against a government. We have to govern the government, guide the government from deviating from its path, like ministers. Understand? Fine. What is this case? The PowerPoint presentation is there, friends. You can go through that slowly. But the case, I am coming to the case. Strategy I will come because I have taken a very risky case. And but then you have to pursue that very carefully, cautiously, because winning a nation's interest is not so easy. And the opponents are very big lawyers. Advocate generals will come. This is the case. In short, I am explaining. This came before Honorable Madras High Court. And what happened in the case, I will tell you. But then how to plan strategy, how you could have handled it, how you file it, everything I am going to explain. So that a raw student will be able to understand everything very simply. That is the purpose of this. And for you, I am doing so that you will do free legal aid, downtrodden, socially backward. Please help them. I am a teacher and I did that. It's a great feeling and happiness. One has to work for nation. In that process, you have to be cautious. Then anything happens, anything can happen. Even you don't do, you'll get hit. Therefore, you are taking the role of God. Judges are taking the role of God. Lawyers are taking the role of God. If they are not doing what God gave him an opportunity, it's their problem. So here, friends, sum and substance of the case which I presented. The case is like this. I showed their lordships, which I'll show you, but just I'm giving. This is a case where nation has lost 37 lakh crores of rupees. How much? 37 lakh crores of rupees. It is the GDP of several nations. And our nation is 140 plus billion people, poor people, middle class, suffering. And this money could have been used for hospitals, social welfare schemes. Understand? And you know that 46,000 crores, say State Bank of India lent to one big person. And using this legislation, that person, elder brother, took over this for 460 crores, 460 crores. So that means 46,000 crores has gone for lost 45 plus crores we lost. Like this nation has lost haircuts, it's called 37 lakh crores, 25 lakh crores NPA, and then 12 lakh crores of this. You mean to say it is very simple mistakes will be there. You mean to say the government doesn't know? The government officials are at the top level people, highly qualified people. Neither they don't want to do or they are not allowed to do. Very simple. At the same time, private banks like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and private lenders collected 100%. For example, in one of the resolution work I was doing, when the company is about to go for liquidation, what happened is a public sector bank lent money, 600 crores total dues as on date. They lent 200 crores, taking forest land as the security. Taking forest land. That means there is no water, but showing sugar cane is being produced. The bankers have taken it. And there was another ICICI bank was there in one of the things, 70 crores as their due. They were able to recover that 70 crores by selling their property and left. Then only CIR process came into. Liquidation proceedings were initiated, bankruptcy proceedings. So that means what? Why the nation is losing when somebody knows what is happening and then they are securing themselves, whereas this is not being done. This is the case starts like this. The Honorable NCLT has got benches throughout India, and the judges sit there for 5 years, friends, on the same bench. 3 years earlier, now 5 years. That means same bench, you have to go there. Judge will be passing orders. He may be abusing you. They may be very good judges. They will have a lot of pressure. They may be, the judges would have converted because of unbearable pressure from erstwhile promoters, government, IAS officers, forces, threats. That may be possible because nobody wants to do mistakes. And the others will think they will remove us, then we have to secure our life. Huge money is there. When that fellow is taking 1,000 crores, you give us 2-3 crores. So if you collect from everybody, it will come 200 crores. So it's all possible. Therefore, the system has to be full protected. But the system is not full protected because of the various reasons again. Simple question, why you keep the same judge in the same bench? The lawyers are the first people who are affected. Will the lawyer who is practicing in that bench will come and then complain against the judge? Then his career is gone. He cannot practice there, bench. See, the problem is the judges are good, but they are facing too much pressures, threats, and uncertainty. The other side is okay, you accept that everything is safe for you. So when you are exposed to that, when others are also making it, then the person tends to come. Second, who will be the best position to come? The senior counsels. The senior counsels, why should they bother about other reasons, other issues, nation and all? They have to carry on with their subs. And then they continue. And when huge money is coming for them, why are you bothered? It's human nature. So the system itself is simple correction. Don't put the same judge in the same bench like high courts. Record the video proceedings. Various things we have recommended and all. Fine. They are not doing it. This case came up. So what happened? The case, see, you can't go to a court and say the judge is corrupt. That's the end of your story. Understand? Because judges are under great pressure. And why other judges will take up that matter? Not that they'll take. Honorable Chief Justice D. Chandrachud passed beautiful orders. R. Parikh was a state of Gujarat. Muzaffar Hussain was a state of Uttar Pradesh. And we have what is the concept of judicial misconduct? All are there. But who will fight? Who will bail the cat? What a time-consuming process. Very few people who will take the cause of public. That is the problem in India, friends. So you all have to take up that. You take it as a service and learning also. Extraordinary learning you will get. And study, you can meet big people, learn from them and all. So, fine, be as it may. Be ready for failures, but learn from the failures. And that positions you as a man of character Great judges are there. Justice K. Vishwanathan in Supreme Court. Everybody, Gawai sir, Abhay Wok, and extraordinary committed people are there. There's no endless things. We'll talk about it. So, what happened is the president of NCLT went to the Supreme Court, filed an affidavit saying that 15 out of 23 members are indulging in corruption. Simple. Second, RTI reports show 37 lakh crores nation has lost. This is all. This is the basics. Actually, we may not be knowing about all the 15 judges, members. Secondly, how will the government come to know? NCLT is the president in charge of all the judges, members. He reports to MCA. Therefore, litigants can complain to NCLT president and also MCA, Home Minister. Similarly, they themselves have intelligence officials. They will complain. They'll all be processed. And then this gentleman came and mentioned before on the Supreme Court in affidavit, which is widely published in the media. What is the public confidence? 37 lakh crores of our savings, which could have been used last. This is my case. So for me, you have to do something, but the risk is very high. Got to be careful. So then I discussed with all the top people and all. Everybody said, don't do well. You'll be in trouble. No lawyer came to help me. All are good lawyers, seniors. But then only Prashant Bhushan sir now is there. So then I thought this is an opportunity to do service, not against anybody. If you make allegations against XYZ, then they'll say you are personally interested. You are trying to convert it to these things. Without having personal injury, why you will come to the court? How can you establish the judges are like this? Based on some experience we have got. But that is not my goal because I am not interested. But as a Section 50, Article 53A of our Constitution tells you, you have to do things for the nation. It's your fundamental duty. So you have to take everything, risk assessment is done. Then I moved the petition. So that strategy, everything I'll tell you right now, no. So the crystal clear writ of mandamus. What is the writ of mandamus? First and foremost, this is what the Solicitor General raised the issue. This fellow has no right. The petition writ of mandamus not maintainable. Like that he took. For the simple reason he converted. You are just telling some suggestions. We like, we take. We don't like, we don't take. Who is he to ask as a matter of right? Like that he took the case. I explained them. This is not my case. Honorable Madras High Court Division Bench heard me for 1 hour. Very good listening. They open court, they passed the order. They said like this. See, there are media reports are there. Nation lost so much money. And he's asking what action you have taken against that persons. There are 2 types of actions will be there. One is action against those persons because it matter injures the public confidence against the judiciary. Second is nation lost lakhs of crores of rupees. What is the redressal measures you have taken? He is giving some suggestions. Take it. They went to a step ahead and said, in case you want, reject. We can't come in. But then you give reasons, they said. But then when the order passed, they did not take anything. Open court, it was passed. After 10 days, the order came in. Whatever I heard, I'm telling. Maybe I was slowly hearing. I thank the judges also. But then actual order came saying that this person is targeting some individuals. He's got personal interest. And then he said, you look into the allegations. If possible, you find. We are not commenting. Like that, they dismissed. 1 paragraph. All the other 5 paragraphs judgment order dismissed. So now we are going for Supreme Court. Now before going to Supreme Court, go for a review petition. And I brought it to the notice of Mr. Prashant Bhushan, asking him, why don't you help us? We can, I'm working only for nation. And we'll try our best in case of you. I will go for it. I've learned how to appear before the Honorable Supreme Court. This is the case. But I'm going to the brass tracks of this petition. What are the issues? How you will go to argue the case and all? We will take up.